Make sense? Think about this for a second. Anybody know what happened in China in May 2008?
Earthquake?
There was a massive earthquake, correct? 70,000 people what? Died. 5 million people went what? Homeless. Pretty amazing. And what happened was a lot of the structures crashed. They started falling down. And so the Olympics is there. So the word got out that, hey, maybe the stadium they're building, maybe all these buildings they're building for the Olympics aren't going to hold up. Is that a legitimate concern? Sure. And then you watch the opening ceremonies. Anybody here watch the opening ceremonies? Phenomenal, wasn't it? You know how much they spent on just the opening ceremonies? $100 million. That's $475,000 a minute. A minute. $8,000 a second. I think I could put on a pretty good show for that. You think you guys could? Well, if you noticed, at the Olympics, at the end, the host country always comes out last. I don't know if you noticed that. And China came out last. And they had Yao Ming, that's 7 feet 6 inches. I'm 6'3", so you can imagine what 7'3" is. That's a big boy, 7'3". Excuse me, 7'6". 7'6", that's huge. And he's got this little boy about this tall named Lin Hao with him. And as I was looking at that, I immediately thought, wow, how cool is that he's representing his country and he has his little son with him. Well, it turned out that that wasn't the case. The little boy was a survivor of the earthquake. And then you begin to listen to the story unravel, and it was amazing. What happened is he was in class that day with 31 other classmates, and their classroom structure fell. 28 kids died, just alone. But as he freed himself out of the rubble, he heard some voices. Now, I don't know about you, but if I'm 9 years old and I just freed myself from an earthquake and I know people died, what's the first thing you're going to go do? Go run home or find some adult, right? Not Lin Hao, 9 years old. He decides to go back in the rubble and start digging out because he hears some of his classmates. He starts talking to them. He starts singing them class songs that keeps their spirits up. Before long, other adults are coming and they're digging things out and helping them. Well, they rescued two kids that day. Isn't that amazing? And they're interviewing this 9-year-old boy. And they said, Lin, what were you thinking? What motivated you to not think of yourself and go back and rescue these boys? He said, well, all I can tell you is I'm the hall monitor. And I'm the leader. It's my job, my duty as a 9-year-old to do that. So think about that. If you're a CEO in here today, you're the hall monitor of your business, wouldn't you think? You know, if you're a manager, you're a hall monitor of your people. You know, you wouldn't want to leave anybody behind. I've said this before, if you're in network marketing, the last thing you'd want to do is sponsor somebody in your business and then leave them to die, because that's what most network marketers do. But more importantly, what about this? How about being the hall monitor of your life? Why in sales are we relying on our sales manager and the company and our wife and everybody else to motivate us? Shouldn't we be the hall monitor of our life to motivate ourselves, to make sure that we go to the next level? Make sense? So I hope you guys remember that story, because I think it's a powerful story on what a 9-year-old boy can do. Amazing what we can do if we don't think about ourselves and start focusing on others. It's life-changing.